Greetings YouTube and welcome to the Blue Corner to some Cardfight OCG tournament results. And this one's going to be a bit of a big one because it turns out when I posted the video up last week, literally the day after, some more stuff came out. So yeah, I'm tacking on what I missed last week onto this week. So let's get started. So from last week, we have the second you know what, forget it. This one I can't do. But it's another VMC qualifier, 43 people. Murakumo got first, Tachikaze got second, Genesis Astral Poet got third, and Narukami got fourth. So Genesis finally getting an appearance in one of these videos. And as we look at the breakdown goes, the numbers aren't that much different from before. I am surprised at the number of Shadow Paladin players present here, i.e. only one. Generally speaking, there's more Shadows at a tournament, but you've got your typical 5 to 6 top decks in the format. And yeah, let's see here. The Murakumo list, the Tachikaze, and oops, we'll get back in a moment. And the Narukami lists, not really surprising. This Genesis list though, let's see what they're doing here. So they are playing, I believe the standard is you play not very many grade 2s, so you can fit in more 1s, as well as you are playing, what is it? People are playing the one that gives you a force marker when you guard a Astral Poet Vanguard, and yeah, the grade 2 guy from the child deck. And the one thing to note is that as far as the grade 2s go, people aren't playing that double R that's in the core set. They're playing the On Ride Get a Force Girl that's a promo and a core a main set rare. They're playing the Prometheus from the child deck, and they're playing Ulysses from the first wave, who's also been reprinted in this set. He's also got a hot stat because he provides you with soul and draw power, which is very useful for getting to your Valkyrions. And he's playing 8 crit, 4 draw. Not much else to say here. Like, it's, in my opinion, Genesis is an okay deck. It's a bit on the high rolly side and is not consistent enough to always get those big finishes. It will pop up every once in a while, like many tier 2 decks. Then we have the Re-Easy VGCS, 33 people. Narukami won it, and that's pretty much all that we know. Top 8 was 3 Pale Moon, 1 Genesis, 1 Tachikaze, 1 Narukami, 1 Aquaforce, and 1 Mega Colony. What the heck kind of tournament was this? But your usual suspects were there. I'm curious what kind of Genesis build, but I'm probably going to guess it's Astral Poet. I think that build's just slightly better than the Himiko one. And this is an interesting take on Nars, because he's playing Regina in here, which I really would not approve of. I think I get why. Regina, with your 12Ks on an Axel 2 circle, allows you to hit for 22, which is good in the format. But, I don't know about that one. Then we have the second Sapporo Lab VGCS, 58 people. Murakumo got first, Narukami got second, Shadows got third, and Genesis got fourth. No lists for Shadows and Genesis. So Genesis doing quite well in the past couple. Like, they weren't doing anything for the beginning of the format, but we've now got a couple tournaments where the deck's showing up. Unfortunately, only one list so far, but in any case, Murakumo and Narukami, this guy is playing, again, a pretty standard build at this point. Yeah, not much I can really say here. I am impressed, though, that the deck is still competing on this level in spite of the fact of how long ago Set 5 was. Like, Nars are Nars are the only deck from Set 5 that is still able to compete in this post-Set 6 format, or Set 6 ruined the world format. And, yeah, like, the deck's doing well, and we have our Wave 3 coming very soon. You know, it's just, we're going to be getting spoilers for what we're getting out of this upcoming set after BT pretty soon. Like, I believe Ryutaro fights next week, which means we'll get some idea of what Dragonic Vanquisher and Voltage Horn Dragon does after episode 12. So mark that on your calendars if you wish. Then we have the second Hiroshima VGCS, 26 people. Murakumo got first, Dark Irregulars got second, Nova Grappler got third, and Dark Irregulars got fourth. So 2 DI tops. Is DI the de facto protect deck of the format now? I don't know. Like, we've seen DI a couple times. Yeah, I don't know what to make about that. But here you go. No Life King, what's his face? I can't tell what the other card is, and your one Master Fifth Element. You got God Hand Overgrappler. The glare makes it hard to make out, but I'm pretty certain it's almost identical to the builds that we saw before. So God Hand, your grade 3 that gives you extra drives. The Riser package. And yeah, not much else to really say here. And then you've got this DI deck. And then I think we have, yeah, one more set of singles. So first up, yeah, we have the Shukunao. I don't know why I'm trying with this one either. Anyway, 28 people are at this one. Tachi's won, Pilmu got second, Shadows got third, and Himiko got fourth. So Himiko, also something that benefits from the new cards. Not as much as the Astro Poet deck, but it's still something. So Tachi's, Pale Moon, Shadows, and Himiko. So what the Himiko deck is doing is it is playing basically Prometheus from the Child deck, and I can't tell what that grade 3 is between Himiko and Uranus. You are playing Uranus in the deck just so you can get some extra force markers out. And they're also playing the grade 1 that lets you rest itself and reduce your Soul Blast cost by a certain amount. It lets you reduce your Soul Blasting without having the counter blast, which is good. And another thing is that I think this guy's playing strictly Force 2. And they're playing a starter, which I do believe is the correct way to go. A starter, 5 draws, 4 heals, and the rest crits. None of that cheeky starting with the trigger stuff. And then another set of singles. Good lord, there was a lot of them. 32 people at this one. Tachi's won, Murakumo got second and third, Pale Moon got fourth, and the numbers are pretty much what you see before. So here's your Tachi's. Here's your Murakumo. I do believe this is the same playmat in list as a Murakumo deck we saw in the last video too. Interesting. Then you got another Kumo. And finally, this Pale Moon. And then finally, we get some teams. So, the Cosmo VGCS 22 teams, Murakumo, Tachikaze, and Genesis got first place. Pike Brothers, Murakumo, and Narukami got second. Tachikaze, Nubatama, and Shadow Paladin got third. And that's all we know. As far as the most played decks in the room, Tachikaze, Murakumo, Narukami, Pale Moon in that order. And the Genesis build is Astro Poet. But again, this is teams, mind you, and look at what he had as teammates, Murakumo and Tachikaze, the first and third best XL decks of the format. And as far as the Nubatama player, he's got Tachikaze and Shadow Paladin as teammates as well. Spike Brothers was also on the second place team, so we have basically a case where you have the one oddball clan compared to the bunch of meta clans, because they're being paired up with meta clans on their teams, they got there. But anyway, so Murakumo, Tachikaze, this is Genesis, and the build okay, yeah, so this build's a bit different from the other one because he's playing the triple rare grade 1 that on ride lets you do a bit of stacking, and she has some other effect too. I forget what it is though. Then you got the Spike Brothers. So if Japan plays Juggernaut Maximum and Siegfried, they've got to be playing Bull Spike in here. I can't. Yeah, that's got to be that card that's glared out underneath Siegfried. I could be wrong though. Then you've got is this Murakumo? Yeah, that's Murakumo. There's Narukami. I don't really dig the Great Composure Dragon here, or the Helena. Then you've got Tachikaze, Nubatama. So what do we got in here? So we've got 4 Hanzo, 4 Jamio Kongo, 2 Bird, and I believe that's 2 Magatsu Storm. And finally, Shadow Paladins. And that's pretty much it. So a big one, but we had a lot to get through. And what can we take away from this? So, Set 7, for the most part, didn't do a whole lot to the format. It made Nova Grappler a stronger, a bit more high-rolly deck. Genesis is also a bit of a high-rolly deck. Angel Feather's a lost cause. And Nubatama is good in teams and occasionally pops up. But really, the meta is still very much Murakumo, Pale Moon, Tachikaze, Shadow Paladins, and Narukami running the show. and then everything else, in my opinion, would be tier 2. But tier 2 decks still have that chance to top because that's Vanguard for you. And yeah, anyone who invested in the set 6 is definitely getting their money's worth out of that, because like there really hasn't been anything coming along that's managed to knock set 6 off its perch. And by the looks of it, the Mysterious Fortune is not going to be doing that either. Gold Paladins don't look good. Great Nature looks okay. Neo Nectar looks okay, but none of those 3 decks, in my opinion, and in hindsight, I will very likely be proven wrong, but I don't think that any of these 3 clans have the tools necessary to take Murakumo, Pale Moon, Tachikaze, and whatnot down. We'll probably have to wait on Bermuda Triangles Wave 2 to put an end to Axel format, but until then, comment down below what you think about how the format's going and what your takes on some of these lists popping up. For people who wanted to know how the Valkyron deck is being played, we got some lists to work off now, and that's pretty much all we can take away from here. So until next time, this is Boost9, jacking out.